The 1990s were more than just the end of a century. They were the beginning of a handgun revolution. Behind the scenes of global conflicts, rising crime waves, and elite tactical operations, a new breed of pistols quietly took over. Some were praised, some were feared, and a few changed the rules forever. But which ones truly left their mark? These 8 pistols didn't just define the decade, they changed the game in ways no one saw coming. Smith & Wesson. Model 5900. The Smith & Wesson 5900 pistol series refers to a set of S&W third-generation semi-automatic pistols, all chambered for 9x19mm. The Smith & Wesson 5900 pistol series and variants can be seen in the following films, television series, video games, and anime used by the following actors: Smith & Wesson. 5906 9x19mm. The first in the Smith & Wesson 5900 series is the 5906, a full-sized, double-action/single-action, ambidextrous safety decocker staggered column magazine 9mm pistol. Construction is all stainless steel. The Smith & Wesson 5903 is a variation of the 5906. Production of the 5903 began in 1990 and continued until 1999. The only real difference between the 5903 and the 5906 is the 5903 has an aluminum alloy frame as opposed to the stainless steel frame of the 5906. It is usually easy to differentiate the two by observing the color contrast between the slide and frame. Like the 5906, the 5903 also existed in a TSW variant. The 5903 SSV, short slide variation, is another rare variant of the 5903 that combined the compact 6904 slide and barrel with leftover 5903 frames that had the squared trigger guard. Only 1 T500 were made in 1990. Known for build quality and reliability, served with major agencies and popular among shooters, despite the rise of polymer models. Heckler Koch USP, 1993. The Heckler Koch USP, Universelle Selbstlad Pistole, or Universal Self-Loading Pistol, is a semi-automatic pistol developed in Germany by Heckler Koch GmbH, H&K, as a replacement for the P7 series of handguns. Design work on a new family of pistols commenced in September 1989, focused primarily on the United States commercial and law enforcement markets. USP prototypes participated in rigorous testing alongside H&K's entry in the Offensive Handgun Weapon System OHWS program, requested by the U.S. Special Operations Command. The USP is a semi-automatic pistol with a mechanically locked breech using the short recoil method of operation. This rather conventional lockup system has a large rectangular lug over the barrel's chamber that rides into and engages the ejection port cutout in the slide. When a cartridge is fired, pressures generated by the ignited powder drive the cartridge casing back against the breech face on the slide, driving back both the barrel and slide as they remain locked together in the manner described above. Almost identical to the standard USP, the Custom Sport is aimed at target and practical shooting users. The Custom Sport has a match-grade barrel, match trigger, and adjustable sights. Excellent reliability even after hundreds of thousands of rounds. Widespread acclaim among professionals. SIG Sauer P226.
The SIG Sauer P226 is a legendary full-size handgun known for its exceptional reliability, accuracy, and military heritage. Originally developed for the U.S. military's XM9 trials, the P226 lost to the Beretta M9 only due to cost, not performance. Chambered in 9mm .40 S&W or .357 SIG, it features a robust all-metal frame, a double-action chalk single-action DAASA trigger system, and a decocking lever for safe operation. Its ergonomic grip and excellent balance make it a favorite among elite military and law enforcement units worldwide, including the Navy SEALs. The P226 offers a smooth trigger pull, minimal recoil, and outstanding durability even under extreme conditions. With a capacity of 15+1 rounds, 9mm, this pistol is both combat-proven and range-ready. Whether for duty use, home defense, or collection, the SIG P226 stands as a benchmark of quality and performance in the world of service pistols.
Were the Knee-Sauflausch commemoratives, issued in early 2004. The SIG P226 9 Navy is a version of the SIG P226 produced that features a stainless steel slide engraved with an anchor to designate them as Naval Special Warfare Pistols. DA/SA double-stack magazines, 15+1, robust metal frames, superb ergonomics, consistent accuracy and reliability. Set the benchmark for modern service pistols. Tough, accurate, and battle-tested. Beretta M9. The Beretta M9, officially the pistol, semi-automatic 9mm M9, is the designation for the Beretta 92 FS semi-automatic pistol used by the United States Armed Forces. The M9 was adopted by the United States military as their service pistol in 1985. The Department of Defense then decided to synchronize the weapons of all 5 branches of the U.S. Armed Forces. The service members from the ground combat branches found this arrangement highly contentious. However, they recognized that the decision was made for the purpose of eliminating the need to buy replacements for worn-out M1911 frames. The M9 is a short recoil, semi-automatic, single-action, double-action pistol that uses a 15-round staggered box magazine with a reversible magazine release button that can be positioned for either right or left-handed shooters. The M9 is used with the Bianchi M12 holster, though other holsters are often used. The specific modifications made from the Beretta 92 includes: it also has an enlarged hammer pin that fits into a groove on the underside of the slide. The main purpose is to stop the slide from flying off the frame to the rear if it cracks. This was added after slide failures were observed in Beretta models with very high round counts during tests. Failures later deemed to be caused by defective ammunition used in tests. All-metal DA/SA design, open slide, 15-round standard magazine with extended options, decocker, flash safety, excellent durability. Ruger P90. The Ruger P90 is an upscaled version of Ruger's solid P89 platform, but chambered in 45 ACP. It utilizes a SIG Pu-20 style locking system with a 1911 style tilting barrel. Features include an ambidextrous decocker/safety combo, a 4.5-inch stainless steel barrel, and a 7 or 8+1 standard capacity. The frame is investment cast aluminum, with most of the internal parts being constructed from stainless or carbon steel. Ruger set out to produce an affordable, rugged service gun, and the P90 accomplishes that. The Ruger P series of firearms are known for being reliable, and my P90 is no exception. The P90 is an outdated, thick, single-stack 45 ACP gun, but if shop around, you can get a durable, easy-to-shoot, relatively accurate all-metal gun for a very affordable price. I get it, everything else equal. I prefer frame-mounted controls. But there are techniques for even regular-sized people to deal with slide-mounted. And for P90 specifically, most of them were the decocker-only version, and the conventional safety ones are non-typical. DC is right on the slide if you're looking at one, and it's part of the official model number. Investment cast aluminum frame, double-stack mag, DA/SA action. Blocky ergonomics but solid performance. Reliable and accurate. Praised for functionality despite ugly aesthetic. Smith & Wesson, Model 4006. The S&W Model 4006 is a semi-automatic handgun introduced by Smith & Wesson on January 17, 1990, along with the new .40 S&W cartridge. It is a third-generation S&W pistol. The S&W 4006 features a stainless steel frame and slide, double-action/single-action handgun with 4-inch barrel, slide-mounted decock safety, and an 11-round staggered column magazine. It was one of the new third-generation S&W semi-autos, designed with input from famed gunsmith Wayne Novak of Parkersburg, WV. The 4006 introduced the new .40 S&W cartridge and featured a wraparound one-piece grip made of Xenoy versus the earlier standard two-piece grip panels, as well as low-profile 3-dot Novak sights. A lightweight aluminum alloy-framed S&W was produced that weighed 800 grams, 29 ounces, and was more comfortable to carry. pioneered widespread acceptance of 40 S&W among U.S. police forces. Phased out by the early 2000s, but remains iconic. The 4006 model was a DAO, double-action-only pistol in all stainless steel. The first two digits in the model number indicate caliber. It cannot be fired without the magazine in place. This feature was developed to meet the needs of various law enforcement agencies interested in providing another level of safety for their officers. Shooting a 4006 is pretty darn enjoyable with its considerable weight soaking up the 40's recoil like most modern handguns. Deal with 9mm. The adjustable rear sight is chunky when viewed from the back, but solid detent adjustments let you easily dial in and stay on target. Para-Ordnance P14-45. The Para-Ordnance P14-45 is an improved derivative of the successful United States Armed Forces M1911 pistol. Created by Para-Ordnance, later Para-USA, in the 1980s, it was the first ever M1911 derivative to feature a high-capacity double-stack magazine. The Expert is the basic model of 14.45. It features a 5-inch match-grade barrel, beaver tail grip safety, polymer grips, and is available in black nitride or stainless finish. The Pro Custom is the competition model. It features a match-grade ramped barrel, adjustable sights, ambidextrous thumb safety, and like Black Ops, has G10 grips and coated in ion bond PVD. Combine traditional 1911 ergonomics with modern high-capacity magazines. Seen by competition shooters and enthusiasts, set groundwork for modern high-capacity single-stack styled pistols, expanded thinking around capacity in classic format. Inspired later designs and competition platforms. Walther P99. The Walther P99 is a semi-automatic pistol developed by the German company Karl Walther GmbH Sportwaffen of Ulm for law enforcement, security forces, and the civilian shooting market. The Walther P99 was modified several times throughout its production history, as were the magazines. The first-generation P99 pistols had a slide release at the left side of the frame, while second-generation guns may have optional ambidextrous slide-stop release levers. The Walther P99 is a short, recoil-operated locked breech semi-automatic pistol that uses a modified Browning cam-lock system adapted from the high-power pistol. The P99 has a glass fiber reinforced polymer frame and steel slide assembly. It can be broken down into its main parts or field, stripped with a takedown catch without the help of tools. It penetrates the metal, and treated parts have similar properties even below the surface to a certain depth. All three of these finishes incorporate the same black grip inserts that come with every P99. The compact versions of the P99 are only available in all black. The P99 uses an internal striker as opposed to an external hammer, with a red-painted striker tip that protrudes from rear of the slide when the gun is cocked, as well as a loaded chamber indicator on the right side of the slide. Precursor to modern striker-fired pistols, influence on later Glock-style platforms. So there you have it. The 1990s revolutionized handguns. These 8 pistols, like the SIG P226, Beretta M9, and H&K USP, set new standards in reliability, innovation, and performance. They served military, law enforcement, and civilian shooters across the globe, influencing modern handgun design. From the polymer-framed Walther P99 to the rugged Ruger P90, each left a lasting legacy. More than just tools, they shaped a new era in firearm history that still echoes today. Stay safe, stay ready, and stay gun savvy.